Hey everybody, it's Spencer here from surveyspencer.com. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make some extra money with online survey jobs. The first thing you want to keep in mind when it comes to online survey jobs is that you will want to avoid scams. Unfortunately, there are a lot of paid survey scams out there that are happy to take your money. But as long as you understand a simple rule, that any survey site that asks for any payment whatsoever is automatically a scam. No legitimate market research company ever asks you for a dime. So as long as you stay away from the sites that ask for any sort of payment or credit card information, you can usually avoid scams that way. And like I said, they're easy to avoid with that and a few other simple rules. The other thing that most paid survey scams have in common is that they offer unrealistic payments. Like I said in the intro, you can make some extra money per month with paid surveys up to, let's say, $500 a month, $600 a month on very good months. It depends on a lot of things, but if any site is offering, $50 per survey or $100 per survey, I mean, that's just not realistic. That never happens. You can make about $3 to $5 per survey, and if you go to things like product testing and online focus groups, you can make significantly more. But don't expect to become like a billionaire taking paid surveys, and any site that promises that is not legit. And guarantees are another thing to look out for, because how much money you make with paid surveys is out of the control of the survey panel. I mean, they work with big corporations that want to do market research, so some months there's a lot of research happening, and some months there's not as many. And of course it depends on how many surveys you take. So if it guarantees a certain amount of money per month, that's another bad sign. And finally, you want to look out for transparency. I mean, when you come across a site, do they have contact information listed? Do they have a phone number you can call? Do they have an office address? If those things aren't there, that's a red flag, and you maybe want to dig a bit deeper. Not to say that that's automatically a scam site, but it's something to make you a little more aware of and do some additional research on that site. So if you want to join legit survey panels, the shortcut to that is to read reviews. There are plenty of reviews online, both positive and negative, for survey panels. Of course, my site is basically paid survey panel reviews. So you can always head over to sites like mine or Ripoff Report or Scam.com and just read reviews and see what people are saying. And if you find one or two reviews among 100 great reviews, that's obviously doesn't mean the site is a scam. But if you see half of the reviews are bad, or more than half, that's probably a bad sign. And reviews are just the easiest way to know whether a site is legit. It saves you a lot of time, so you can spend that time taking surveys. So once you join, obviously your job has just begun. You haven't really earned any money yet. And the things that I do that help me make the most from paid surveys is that I treat them like a part-time job. I mean, just like I would go to my job at, let's say, 7 p.m. to midnight or 1 a.m. like I was doing a night shift, I would do the same thing with paid surveys. I would have a time set off where I wouldn't accept any phone calls or text messages or Facebook messages or anything like that. Just take surveys. And like I said, you want to minimize distractions, because paid surveys aren't the most exciting thing to take in the world. So it's easy to be attracted to distractions, but if you can minimize or eliminate those, you'll earn a lot more money. And also, once you get the hang of it and start doing well with a few survey panels, start to experiment and join some more. I mean, there's a lot out there, and maybe even join some that you haven't heard of. And as long as you don't give them your credit card information, you really have nothing to lose. So the more panels you join, the more surveys you get, and the more money you make. So I hope this video is helpful, and I wish you the best of luck with paid surveys. And if you want to see which paid survey sites I recommend, you can always head over to surveyspencer.com. Thank you.